we will serve in a direct service to, but not, we have the subtitles, so we will service an apple juice called tea.
Konnichiwa. So I got home from America last month, and on the flight to Tokyo, the person who sat next to me was actually going to study at a college in Japan. And since it was first time for him to go to Japan, he asked me all kinds of things from how to behave to dating Japanese girls. Anyway, even though the flight was really long, it was like 13 hours or so, I didn't get bored at all thanks to him. Thank you, William. So today, I'd like to talk about one of the things he had the most questions about. This March 11th, it'll be 2 years since the Tokai Earthquake and tsunami happened. It was the biggest earthquake in Japan's history. Actually, my parents and my sister were on a trip to Tokyo that day. They were in Tokyo Disney Sea at the time, and we were supposed to meet at Hakone, which is relatively close to Tokai area, on the next day. When the earthquake happened, my family didn't know just how horrible the earthquake was, so my dad called me and asked me whether he should cancel the hotel he booked at Hakone or not. So I told him what the reporter said on the news and asked him to come home like ASAP. But since there wasn't any serious damage where they were, he still wanted to go to Hakone and enjoy the trip because he hadn't gone on a trip with his family for a long time, and he even took some days off from work for this precious family trip. So he was like, so do you really think we should go home now? It was really sad to talk to my dad about giving up on the trip, but I had to say, Dad, I understand how you feel, but I really don't think it's time for enjoying the trip. I mean, the biggest earthquake in Japan's history just happened, and tsunami sweeping everything away on TV, and something's going on in Fukushima. Father, you have to come home. Now. We did go to Hakone with Rachel later, and we had a great time. It was kind of tough trip for her though. So I made a video about the scariest thing that can happen in Japan last year as kind of a joke, but this is actually the scariest thing that can happen to you in Japan. Many of you probably haven't experienced earthquakes, so I'll show you how a small earthquake is like. It's like a plane landing on the ground. If you think about it that way, it's not as scary as you think it is. No matter how big the earthquake is, it lasts only for a few minutes at the longest, so just be calm and don't rush for the exit. During an earthquake, if you are indoors, stay there and protect your head. Be careful about shelves, heavy furniture, or anything that can fall onto you. Get under a desk or table and stay away from windows. Also, you don't wear shoes inside the house in Japan, so watch your step and avoid stepping on something sharp like broken glass. The kitchen can be the worst spot to be in. When you're in a building, stay away from windows and do not use elevators. When you're in an elevator, push all the buttons so it will stop at the closest floor and get off the elevator immediately. If you cannot get off, push the emergency button and ask for help. When you're in a car, reduce the speed and pull over to the side of the road. Do not brake suddenly. Keep away from bridges, overpasses, buildings, trees, and any other potential hazards. Stay in your car until all the shaking stops. If you need to evacuate, do not lock your car so that a rescue squad can move your car. When you're on the subway, train, or bus, make sure you listen closely to announcements. Do not get off until they tell you to. On train, the high voltage lines are very dangerous, so you should follow directions carefully. If you're in a busy public place, do not rush for the exit or elevators. Stay away from things that can fall onto you and protect your head. If you are outside, move to a clear area, stay away from trees, signs, vending machines, and buildings. When you're close to the sea, go to high ground immediately. An earthquake means there could be a tsunami. Most of the victims from Tokai Earthquake died because of tsunami. After an earthquake, gather accurate information from TV or radio. If your city makes an official announcement to evacuate, or if there is a fire near you, or if you're close to the sea, or if your place is too dangerous to stay, evacuate immediately. If you don't know where the closest evacuation place is, you can go to a park, school, or shrine. The most important thing of all is to be calm. Otherwise, if you panic, it might not just be you getting hurt, but you might even hurt someone else. I mean, I got hurt. A relatively small earthquake happened when I went to a friend's place in an apartment for foreign exchange students. And it happened right before I knocked on his door, so I lowered myself and covered my head with my arms. But before the earthquake stopped, he slammed open the door and rushed for the elevator. He was panicked and he stumbled over me. I mean, I got kicked in my butt. It was literally pain in the ass. Anyway, when an earthquake happens, be calm, don't go rush for the exit or elevator, don't scream mom, just try to be calm. By the way, Japan has been expecting a really large earthquake for a while, so when the Tokai earthquake happened, at first some people thought the earthquake finally came, but it was actually a completely different earthquake. The Tokai earthquake happened up here, but the earthquake we're expecting will happen around here. It's called the Tokai earthquake, and it happens every 100 to 150 years in the Tokai area, which is where I live. The last one was in 1854, so experts have been saying for a while that it could happen any day. So every time trucks drive by and shake my house, I'm like, is it? No, it's just a truck, don't worry. Oh crap, it's real. And I grab my kitty and go outside to an vacation area when small ones happen. Wherever in Japan you go, you can't really get away from earthquakes, so when an earthquake happens, just try to be calm, don't panic, and just think about how you're going to explain your first earthquake experience to your friends on Facebook. Thank you for watching. But this is the scariest thing that can happen to you in my room, damn it. You freaked me out.